The striker's eyes burned crimson, and the ball flew past the keeper like a red comet. No one saw the light behind his irises, but his twin brother felt it, on the other end of the same league. The keeper's azure pupils flared as he denied a point-blank shot. A thread only they could perceive pulsed between their chests, binding two bodies to a single soul. Rivals on paper, indivisible in secret. That was the hidden truth of Sota and Yuto. 6 years earlier, a scout had split the identical twins into opposite academies. Sota left with the red jersey, Yuto with the blue. They were 12, and they had never been apart. Within a month, Sota collapsed. His fever burned so hot the walls seemed to bend. Yuto, alone at Blue Wave Academy, woke gasping, a voice screaming in his head that wasn't his own. And for the very first time, an invisible thread flickered into existence between them. Sota's fever spiked, and his mind crashed into a body that didn't belong to him.
These hands. This isn't my room. This isn't my body.
Why is there an IV in my arm? Where's my dorm? This place smells like medicine.
Two voices screamed across the invisible thread, each trapped in the other's skin. The fever wrenched them back as violently as it had pulled them apart.
Yuto, it's me. I was in your room. I saw your desk, your sheets.
And I woke up here in your bed with a fever. Sota, tell me I am not crazy.
When Sota focused, he felt the thread again, and this time he willed himself to Yuto's side. They agreed to bury the secret, but both started writing down every detail in hidden journals. At 12, they made a vow sealed in silence, a silence that would one day shatter both their worlds. 6 years of secret practice turned a childhood accident into a mastered art. By 18, the twins no longer feared the thread. They wielded it.
Yuto, we could swap during matches. No one would notice.
That's insane. We promised to hide it, but if we pulled it off just once.
During a league match, Sota's mind jumped across the city, and Yuto's body dove, defying physics to block a penalty. Simultaneously, Yuto fired through Sota's legs, and the ball ripped into the net as the keeper stood frozen. Both clubs won by impossible margins. The scoreboard flashed the truth no one else could read.
We just rigged 2 games at once. No one will ever catch us.
This is cheating, but I can't go back to losing.
That night, they circled the date in red and blue, the first of many. From that day, the league belonged to 2 brothers who were never truly one. Sota's most dangerous vulnerability wasn't on the field. Her name was Hina, and she managed Red Star with sharper eyes than anyone knew.
We're always surrounded by cleats and chain link. Let me take you somewhere that isn't a stadium. Dinner tonight?
This is real. She sees me, not the goals, not the swap, just me.
You are a million miles away tonight. Is something wrong?
Long practice. Don't read into it.
That wasn't Sota? The Sota I know would never shut me out like that.
The calendar filled with red and blue marks while Hina's confusion deepened. Every good day was followed by a stranger's face.
Every time I wear his face beside her, I feel like a thief.
I am sorry about last time. It won't happen again.
He's back. That's my Sota. It was just stress.
During a rare joint training session between the 2 clubs, a mistimed swap placed both brothers in the same corridor at the same instant. A Blue Wave teammate rounded the corner and stopped dead. His brain rejected the image of 2 people who could not physically be here together.
This can't be happening. We said never at the same time.
Move. Say something. Don't let him connect it. You look like you've seen a ghost. We're twins. It happens.
The teammate's eyes flickered between the 2 identical faces. He'd seen them arrive separately. This was impossible.
We should get to the field. Coach is waiting.
The twins escaped the corridor, but the teammate's stare followed them like a slow-burning fuse.
He'll check the schedule. He'll notice we were never meant to be in the same building.
We can't make another mistake. From now on, we swap only during games, never near each other.
As the brothers tightened their secret, Hina stopped blaming stress. She started collecting evidence.
You forgot the one thing I told you I needed to hear. Who forgets that?
I can't track every little thing, Hina. This isn't about us.
That isn't Sota. That's a stranger wearing his skin.
She stood up without another word, but not before glimpsing a message on his phone from an unsaved number.
No more excuses. I'll document every change until I know the truth.
Entry 1, the 3rd of November. Laughed, remembered my mother. The 6th of November. Hollow, eyes like glass, forgot my name.
Every bad day follows a match. Every single one.
The calendar that had once marked only victories now marked a chilling pattern. The days the man she loved vanished. Hina wasn't just a girlfriend anymore. She was a detective, and the case was the heart she was losing one swapped day at a time. After a grueling match where Sota had worn Yuto's gloves, he returned to his own body and stared at his jersey like a stranger.
Why can't I remember my own number? This is my shirt. I've worn it 100 times.
At the same moment, Yuto flinched in his dorm as a childhood image slammed into his mind. Sota's first bike, their mother's voice, a memory that was never his.
That wasn't mine. That was his. We're starting to bleed into each other.
They reached for the thread without speaking, and for the first time, it felt fragile, a fraying wire instead of a cable.
I forgot my number, Yuto. My own number. What is happening to us?
I just saw our mom teaching you to ride a bike. I wasn't there, but I remember it.
They both looked at the thread and saw its light flickering, the edges unfurling like wool.
It's just fatigue. We've pushed too hard this season. A week of rest and we'll be fine.
Neither believed it, but the final was weeks away, and they had no other choice but to press forward. 3 days before the final, during a pre-match swap, the thread convulsed. Both brothers' minds rammed together and stuck.
I am not Sota. I am not Yuto. I am nothing. Just a voice in a void.
Who am I? I can't feel my body. I see both our beds, both our hands.
For 7 seconds, neither twin existed. There was only a single shriek that tore through the thread and echoed across the city. When they snapped back, each carried the other's entire life. Every memory, every secret, every scar.
I remember your first save in the rain. The scout who signed you. Our grandmother's funeral. I wasn't there, but I cried.
And I know the smell of Hina's perfume, the way she laughs. That's not my memory. It's yours.
They stared at the thread and saw it for what it was, a bridge that was stealing pieces of them with every crossing.
We can't go on like this. After the final, we sever it. No more swaps. Ever.
But neither knew how to break a bond that had become their spine. And the final was 2 days away. The night before the final, Hina followed Sota to a quiet training ground, needing proof for the dread that had been growing for weeks.
He's talking to himself. No, to someone else internally. Those hand gestures are Yuto's. I've watched enough game footage to know. Sota. No. Whoever you are right now, I am done pretending I don't see it.
You are overthinking. Go home, Hina.
Then look me in the eyes and tell me you haven't been swapping bodies with your brother to rig the league.
She knows. Not everything, but enough. I can't let her in. Not tonight.
He pushed past her, but as he turned, his phone screen flashed, and her eyes caught the message before he pocketed it. Message from unknown, switching at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Final match. Don't be late, brother.
Swap. Not merchandise, not positions. They're actual minds. My boyfriend is sometimes his twin.
She didn't sleep. She laid out every date, every strange glance, every word that didn't belong to Sota, and the picture was now complete. Elsewhere, Sota and Yuto's minds collided across the thread, the argument about Hina igniting before a word was spoken aloud.
She saw the message. She'll go to the league. We'll lose everything.
You think I don't know? She's your girlfriend, not mine. I never wanted to hurt her.
But you did. Every time you wore my face and pushed her away.
The accusation detonated something inside the thread. Both brothers seized up as their minds fused, neither fully in control.
I am slipping. I can't feel which body is mine.
Their bodies, miles apart, dropped to the ground, limbs twitching as a single scream echoed through the link.
Break free. Push back. I need my own name.
We can't control this anymore. Tomorrow's final. We swap one last time, then we sever, no matter what.
It was a promise built on terror, not certainty, but it was the only path left. Sota stood in his bathroom, the threads pull a continuous ache in his chest. The mirror held a stranger.
That's not my hair? Those eyes aren't crimson, they're azure. Why can't I see myself?
Sota, I've been putting pieces together all night. I need the truth from your lips.
She's here, now, of all times. My own face is gone. What truth can I give her?
He spun, and Hina flinched. His expression was raw, unfiltered, and let the feeling finish naturally.
I am not the person you fell in love with. Some days I don't even know who that is.
Then let me help you find him. I won't run.
You have to. I can't be around you tonight. I am dangerous to myself, to you.
She searched his face for a lie and found only the shattered edges of a man she almost recognized. The final was hours away, and the man who would walk onto the field wasn't sure which name belonged to him. The stadium roared with 60,000 voices, but in the tunnel, the only heartbeat Sota heard was his brother's. They met in the dim corridor, red and blue kits brushing, the thread convulsing between them like a wounded animal.
I looked in the mirror last night and saw you. Not a reflection. You.
I feel your fear right now. I don't need a mirror.
When the whistle blows, we play as ourselves. If we start to merge, we fight it with everything we have.
After this, we are two, not one. Whatever it takes.
They had no plan for the severing, only the absolute conviction that, if they didn't end it today, there would be nothing left to save. They turned toward opposite ends of the tunnel. The thread stretched dangerously thin. Sota's eyes flickered, crimson bleeding into azure, but he clenched his fists and stepped into the light. The final had begun, and the thread was a ticking clock. The first 10 minutes felt foreign. Without the thread, every pass and save required desperate effort.
I would have buried that in my sleep. Now, my legs are lead.
Across the field, Yuto dived too late, and Blue Wave's rivals celebrated. 1-0, his own teammates shouted disbelief, demanding to know where the star striker had gone. In the blue goal box, a teammate grabbed Yuto's arm and yelled, "You saw that shot coming. Move your feet."
They're playing as themselves. No swaps, and they're falling apart.
One swap. Just one. And we turn this around. No, we swore.
The thread twitched, as if sensing the forbidden thought. Their shared agony grew sharper.
I need his instincts again. But if we swap now, we'll never come back.
The crowd's roar dimmed. All they heard was the thread, screaming for release. Mid-lunge, Sota's body wrenched out of his control. The thread snapped taut, and his consciousness slammed into Yuto's diving frame.
These gloves aren't mine, but the ball is. I see it. I feel the arc before it moves.
The impossible save, a fingertip deflection that spun the ball over the crossbar. The crowd erupted in disbelief.
I am in Sota's body, and their defense is reading him wrong. One diagonal run, and I'll break them.
3 touches, a feint, and the ball curled into the far corner, a goal no human should have scored. 1-1. Both teams stopped. Players pointed, mouths open. The save and the goal had been separated by seconds, and a psychic scream.
We didn't choose this. The thread moved on its own. We're just passengers now.
I can't remember if this goal is mine or his. We're weaving into one mind.
The thread convulsed, and for a split second, the entire stadium saw a flash of light between the brothers. In that frozen moment, both brothers understood. The swap was no longer a weapon. It was a death spiral. Rapid, involuntary surges ripped their minds back and forth. Sota's crimson glare and Yuto's azure flame became a visible strobe.
My eyes are burning. The whole stadium sees the glow. I can't hide anymore.
A Blue Wave teammate stumbled back, pointer finger trembling at what poured from Yuto's sockets. Across the grass, Sota's body turned and grinned, and his pupils were twin blue fires. The crowd gasped.
That light pulses every time they switch. It's not random, it's a signal, a thread.
And then the thread itself bled into visibility, a white, jagged scar across the pitch, and Hina screamed.
That's the swap. That's the link. I was right all along, and it's killing them.
Players froze mid-stride. The game disintegrated into a staring contest with the impossible. Hina's hand clamped over her mouth. She had solved the puzzle, but the answer was a nightmare. The thread screamed, pulling both brothers toward the single irreversible decision that would end it all. In the psychic space between their bodies, time stopped. They faced each other not as brothers, but as two halves of a collapsing star.
We're going to dissolve. I can feel you taking my thoughts.
Then we choose. I'll be the keeper, Sota. You are the striker. That was always your gift.
No, you can't sacrifice your career. We both cheated, we both lose.
I am not losing. I am remembering who I am. I stop shots. You score them. It's the only way to break the thread.
The thread convulsed, sensing the fracture in their unity.
If I score on him now, with him letting it in, the betrayal will shatter the link.
Do it. I'll open my arms. The thread will snap when you prove you are not me.
They locked eyes across the field, the plan set, and the weight of it made their knees buckle. There was no room for doubt. One goal, one sacrifice, and their souls would be their own again. Yuto's gloves spread wide, inviting the shot he had spent a lifetime learning to stop.
He's not defending, he's offering himself. This is the only way.
The ball left Sota's foot, and for an eternity, it hung between them, a bridge of leather and light.
Goodbye, brother, until I see you again as only myself.
As the net rippled, the thread didn't just break, it exploded into a silent nova, and every stolen memory crashed back to its owner. Both brothers collapsed as if struck by the same unseen fist, their bodies folding onto the grass.
I can feel my own heartbeat, just mine. For the first time, I am alone in my skull.
Empty, quiet. I am Yuto, and only Yuto.
The thread was gone. For the first time in their lives, they were two separate creatures with two separate names. And in that silence, the full weight of what they'd lost and regained settled into their bones. Sota pushed himself up on trembling arms. His eyes met Yuto's across the field, and no light passed between them. Hina vaulted the barrier and sprinted across the grass, reaching Sota before the referee could react.
It's over. No more swaps. I am whole again.
I know. I saw the light die. You are both still here. That's all that matters.
The match resumed, and heaven had left the field. Sota now ran on muscle memory and will alone. A real pass, a clean feint, and Sota's shot threaded the gap with nothing but his own bruised talent, 2 to 1 F or red star. Down the other end, Yuto's body refused to break. A close-range cannon bent his fingers, but not his will, the save of a man who had nothing left to prove.
That's the Sota I fell for. And that's Yuto, finally free.
The score stood at 2 to 1. Time drained. Neither brother was a monster anymore, just two players clinging to a final they had nearly destroyed. For the first time, the crowd wasn't watching frauds. They were watching fighters. The clock showed 2 minutes left. Blue Wave threw every nerve at the goal, desperate for an equalizer. A Blue Wave striker broke free and fired from the edge of the box, a bullet aimed at the bottom corner.
Not today, not after everything. This body is mine, and so is this goal.
He stretched beyond his limits, fingertips grazing the ball, sending it spinning past the post. The stadium erupted, but the whistle sounded moments later. The final had come to an end. Red Star had won, but the scoreboard meant nothing. Both brothers began walking, not as rivals, but as two halves that had finally learned to be whole.
He carried my soul for years, and now he walks free.
He gave me his body so I could learn to be myself.
They stopped a meter apart, The space between them no longer charged with magic, only with the quiet electricity of two men who had survived each other. The final whistle had closed the game, but something else was just beginning. They crashed together on the center circle, arms wrapping, tears soaking into blue and red fabric. No words, only the shudder of two bodies that had been one for so long.
We can't keep playing, not after what we did.
I know. We cheated the game we love. It's over for both of us.
The confession needed no microphone. It passed between them as surely as the thread once had.
All these years of glory, and now we walk away with nothing but our names.
But those names are finally ours alone.
They pulled apart, and the look they shared was not of defeat, but of a strange, raw triumph. Without a glance at the cameras swarming the pitch, they turned together and began the long walk toward the tunnel, leaving the championship behind, taking only themselves. The crowd, confused, fell silent. Whispers of scandal would erupt tomorrow, but tonight there was only the sound of cleats on concrete. The football world would soon know the truth, but tonight they had given themselves back to each other. 3 days later, the cameras crowded a small auditorium. Sota and Yuto sat shoulder to shoulder. No jerseys, no glow, just two young men in plain suits.
We are retiring from professional football, effective immediately.
This was not a decision made lightly. We have reasons we cannot share, and we ask for privacy.
The room erupted. Questions fired like shots. Why now? Why both? Was it the light during the final? Were they hiding something? One journalist's voice cut through. Was the final manipulated? Sota and Yuto exchanged a glance. No fear, no hesitation, only a shared, quiet acceptance. Behind them, Hina stepped forward and placed a hand on Sota's shoulder. She never spoke, but her message was clear. Without answering another question, the brothers stood, bowed briefly to the room, and walked away from the podium.
We are whole now. That is enough.
The flashbulbs continued, but the brothers walked through the doors side by side, leaving the spotlight behind them for good. A month later, on a wide green field far from any stadium, Sota and Yuto stood not as rivals, but as teachers.
Keep your eyes on the ball, not your feet. Trust your instinct.
A keeper's hands don't shake. Believe in the stop before it happens.
Hina sat on the sideline grass, a clipboard untouched beside her, and simply watched.
They've never looked more like themselves.
The afternoon sun gilded a dozen small players, and the two men who had once shared a soul were just brothers again. When the session ended, Sota and Yuto walked the kids to the edge of the field, then turned toward the horizon. No thread, no glow. Just four shoulders carrying two whole hearts. They had been two halves of a whole, but now they were two whole halves. And for the first time, that was enough.